So, Lone Rider here, and it's just a brief, I guess we'll just call it a PSA, public service announcement. One of the things I've noticed on my travels, riding my bike around, um, is there's an awful lot of people who aren't paying attention. Now, you usually see this more on the street than you do in the woods. So, back here, first of all, there aren't any other people, but once in a while I do run into somebody like hiking or walking their dog. They're out in the woods to enjoy themselves, so they're paying attention usually. Occasionally, you got some trail runner or another cyclist with like headphones in and it's too loud and they can't hear you, but very rarely, very rarely. And even I'm going to be honest, experienced cyclists who do ride with headphones usually, they have it set at a moderate level and they can time overtaking cars by sound. So, um, you know, uh, that's not the bugbear that it's usually made out to be. But what I found is that when you're on pavement, everything changes, and you get a lot of people with their phones, and they're busy talking, or they're busy texting, and they're doing all kinds of stupid stuff. And I guess I just wanted to throw this out there that when you enter traffic, you're entering a system of numerous variables, some of which can kill you or someone else. So you've got other motorized vehicles, you've got trucks, buses, cars, you've got other people on foot, you've got bicycles, you've got motorcycles. Well, those are motorized, I guess, but they're not enclosed. You've got people walking dogs. You might have, um, non-traffic things, but things that still might be in the road or traversing the roadway. Debris that falls off a truck and starts rolling across the road. I've seen this happen. Um, Animals that run across the road. Small children, and grown adult jaywalkers also. And by the way, when people start using these instead of using these, it becomes more likely that you have those grown adult jaywalkers. Um, just wanted to throw out there, whether you're behind the wheel or whether you're on foot, pay attention to where you're going. Okay, exercise the amount of care that you think your life is worth, and more importantly, um, that you think the lives of people around you are worth. If you don't care that you might get hurt, that's fine. But think about other people, okay? And don't just think about the other people in traffic, the bicyclist coming down the road who you might jump in front of and run into, the person in the car who might have to swerve around you or hit a post and get injured if you jump in front of them. The other person standing on the side of the road that might get hit by any vehicles if you jump into the street and they have to swerve around you. Or the person that you might hit with your car if you're talking on the phone or texting while you're driving. Also think about like your kids. And I saw this today. It was actually kind of disturbing. This is what made me think of this. Um, I was driving through the traffic lane in the shopping center on my bike, riding my bike, and there was this lady standing on the side of the road. She had the cell phone in her hand and she's looking straight down at it. And over here she had her little kids by her side. Now she's looking down at the phone, so when the little kids start to run out into the street, she doesn't even look up. Now, fortunately, I saw them and I was able to slow down. Nobody got hit. But the cars that were operating alongside my bicycle, they weren't going to stop. And to be fair, the kids didn't give them enough time anyway. It was a near thing. And so, I mean, you may not care if you get hurt. What about the other people on the road? And what about your own kids, right? So, uh, basically, don't be a dumbass. It's a pretty simple sentiment, but a lot of people find it hard to pay attention. I don't know why. I guess I mean, you wouldn't be sitting there drinking a fifth of Jack D driving down the road. Why would you be talking on one of these, right? You wouldn't be sitting there with your eyes closed, walking into the street, playing blind man's bluff. Why would you be on one of these? Do you realize if you're looking straight down at one of these, you have almost no peripheral vision? I don't know. You know what? If you want to go kill yourself, go jump off a pier or something. But um, when you're in traffic, when you're interacting with other people in public, be responsible for your safety and for not hurting other people. And I'm just going to conclude with, these are a big problem. People need to pay attention. And you know what? I have no sympathy for you. If you walk in front of a bus, it's your friggin' fault. When it was just people walking into fountains in the mall and stuff, it was funny. Um, when you have people jumping into traffic and setting in motion, potential collisions that could injure or kill others as well as themselves, it's no longer funny. It's serious. And you know, I'll add one more thing. If you're walking down the street and somebody's on one of these and they bump into you, try to make sure that when they bump into you, the phone gets knocked out of their hand, if you know what I'm saying. A lot of the new ones have glass on both sides and they break real easy when they hit the ground. So, I mean, until we can get somebody to, change the law so there's actually a penalty if you hurt somebody while you're doing this, that might be the best thing we can do in the interim. Is just, make sure that if they bump into you, try to make sure they break their phone. But yeah, I mean, if you're walking in public or you're driving your car, this should be in one place and one place only: your case or your pocket. All right. If you really want to talk or text or do whatever that badly, find a park bench and sit your butt down. Right. Pull over, put your flashers on, and pull your car over. But don't be driving, don't be walking, don't be riding your bicycle, talking on the phone. Okay. You know, don't be a dumbass. Lone Rider out.